All right, China has been in the autonomous business a little longer than America. I think we can learn something from China. We're going to watch this article from China. They have been they have autonomous vehicles. They also have drivers in those vehicles. Let's learn something, y'all.
Long haul trucking on a vast network of expressways that surpasses even the US in length is the lifeblood of China's sprawling industrial supply chains, not to mention the nation's booming e commerce. Domestic express deliveries last year shattered all records, with nearly 175 billion parcels shipped. But there are growing pains, including a shortage of drivers.
Actually, truck driver.
That's interesting, right? Because they say the same thing in America. America has a shortage of drivers. China, a shortage of drivers. If I'm not mistaken, I believe there's a shortage of drivers in Europe as well.
There is a very well-paid job in China in terms of a blue-collar job, but a young person, they'd rather to do the food delivery, which are much less, but not to do the trucking job because that.
I wonder, y'all. I wonder, is that true or is it just what they say? Right? Like, is it just propaganda? Is everybody on the same script? You know what I mean? Like, oh my God. I don't know. I mean, I guess trucking really isn't a glamorous job. I guess, but damn, it seems like everybody's on script. You know, it's a profession for older people. The young people don't want to do it. They would rather be playing Call of Duty.
That is lonely and dangerous.
Today, we've hitched a ride with longtime truck driver Fu Tingfeng on the last leg of his solo 500-mile trip from Wuhan to Shanghai. Normally, such a journey would require two drivers taking turns. But Fu, for the better part of a year now, has been driving one of the 3,000 tractor trailers in China equipped with an advanced driver assistance system from Chinese startup Inceptio Technology, which takes a lot of the driving of the 31-ton rig out of his hands.
When people are visually fatigued, for example when changing lanes, you think the distance between the vehicles is...
Hey, and he taking his hands off the wheel. I like that. And he's making eye contact with the person who's talking. He's really demonstrating like, yo, shoot, I'm not even, I don't even have control right now. You know, I'm fully engaged in this conversation. Forget what's going on the road. Hey, this vehicle, this technology, got it up under, everything's okay.
Is enough, right? Then you turn the steering wheel and it is normal to get a scratch. You can see on the screen that the radar and camera must have reached a certain distance, a safe distance between the vehicles, before it allows the lane change.
Driver assistance technology is facing intense scrutiny in China since a fatal crash in March of a Xiaomi SU7 EV that had its autopilot system turned on. When this ADAS system is engaged, Fu doesn't need to keep his foot on the pedals, as the rig handles acceleration and braking, as well as lane changes and maintaining safe distances.
All right. So we already have some of that stuff already installed in the truck, right? Cruise control. Whenever we got the cruise control engaged, following distances is automatically engaged as well. So it'll, whenever a car or any kind of vehicle gets within that, you know, that range, then the truck will automatically back off. So we already have some of that stuff engaged on or installed in some of these trucks as is, man. Okay.
Inceptio has logged more than 215 million accident-free operational kilometers.
There's a lot of congestion ahead.
Lots of traffic.
Yes, but the system can handle all kinds of road conditions. Doesn't matter if there's a traffic jam.
Okay.
6 cameras, 5 radars, and
what it looked like too, he's not operating in I guess he's not going through the city, right? It looked like he's just on the highway. Right? He's just on the highway.
braking, as well as lane changes and maintaining safe distances. Inceptio has logged more than 215 million accident-free operational kilometers.
There's a lot of congestion ahead.
Oh, Timmy, lots of traffic.
Yes, but the system can handle all kinds of road conditions. Doesn't matter if there's a traffic jam.
6 cameras, 5 radars, and 1 LiDAR sensor help the truck navigate most hazards.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Remote monitoring makes sure Fu is not over-relying on technology.
Huh, that's interesting, right? Hold on. So who are these people? So is this headquarters right here? Damn, man, I got so many questions. I have so many questions.
Traffic jam.
6 cameras, 5 radars, and 1 LiDAR sensor help the truck navigate most hazards. And remote monitoring makes sure Fu is not over-relying on technology. So he's saying the sensor there up at the windshield will tell if he's drowsing off, and then the seatbelt will shake and the seat will shake to kind of wake him up.
Hey, that seatbelt will shake him up. Hey, put him in a chokehold. Put him in a, what's that, the Cobra clutch? Okay. So what happens in the American trucks, right? Because I know that you will get a warning or an alert saying that you seem drowsy, right? Does it go further than that? All right, because that's pretty interesting, right? All of that is integrated, right? There's the sensors, it sees you, you look like you drowsy, look like you dozing off, and it puts you in a chokehold. Hey, wake your ass up.
The seatbelt will tighten on you. It would even shake loose a kidney stone.
Shake loose a kidney stone. That's a lot of damn shaking, yo. That'll wake you up for sure. That'll wake you up. Send you straight to the bathroom. All right, now go take a break.
Just like a massage chair.
Fu's employer, delivery company YTO Express, has 300 Inceptio ADAS-equipped trucks in its fleet and plans to add another 400 this year.
Nice.
At first, a bit skeptical, YTO now sees labor costs reduced by about 1/3 and fuel savings of around 1 liter for every 100 kilometers.
All right, slow down. Here we go. Here we go. Boom. So, labor has went down 30%. Okay? Now here it is, the American technology people saying that labor would be more expensive with a driver in the truck. These people are saying labor is actually 30% cheaper. Oh man, hey now. Because this is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm thinking, right? We're in America. America is a business. They're going to do business. They're going to be like, well, you're working more. We're not necessarily going to pay you more. We want more productivity. It seemed like the job is a little easier. We're going to figure out how we can shave some points off. Right, you're going to work longer hours, right? Because somehow, I do believe that the hours of service will change. Right, it has to. Right, going from 11 hours driving maybe to 13. Right. But man. 30% decrease in pay. Driver pay has decreased by 30%. And you know these American businesses, they want to hear about how they can save $1. $1 saved is $1 earned in America. Okay. Only thing I've been hearing about over there is at Aurora and Kodiak is They're saying that drivers are drowsy, drunk, and distracted, and they are expensive. Meanwhile, this company over here in China is saying, hey, we cut labor by 30%. So you can keep the driver in the truck. As a matter of fact, we encourage it. And if the people who you're working with over there, if they can't figure it out, we got it. We got the technology.
100 this year. At first, a bit skeptical, YTO now sees labor costs reduced by about a third and fuel savings of around 1 liter for every 100.
Man, so they're saving on labor and fuel. They're saving. Labor is the most expensive cost when it comes to running a business. That's just what it is. It's always labor. They figured out how to reduce labor by 30%. Okay? 30%. They figured it out. And they reduced fuel too. Shoot.
Kilometers.
It can eliminate some of the dangerous driving behaviors of individual drivers, which reduces risks to our shipments.
For the 46-year-old Fu,
I thought he was going to hit us with the drowsy, drunk, and distracted, but he just said, it just eliminates risk. Maybe they cut that part out. You know how y'all do.
He says the advancements may just delay his previously planned retirement from the road.
Hey, and look, it is extending the shelf life of a driver, where we were talking about over here in America how truck drivers aren't leaving the industry because it's just a rough lifestyle. He's like, shoot, I might do another 5-10 years, man, because the job is a little bit easier. It's a little better now, man. I don't have to run as hard. I don't have to focus as hard. It's not as intense. I have a co-pilot that will do some of the heavy lifting. Hell, do all of the heavy lifting. That's a beautiful thing. So China figured out how to cut labor by 30%. We're gonna have to do some more diving in this one right here. I like this one. I like this one. I like when I can find a solution to a problem, because what they keep saying is drivers are expensive. They say that drivers are expensive. That's why we're going to have to go to the autonomous trucks, right? Drivers are expensive. They get drunk, they're drowsy, and they're distracted. Meanwhile, China just figured it out. Shit, they cut cost 40%. They cut fuel and labor. Meanwhile, they're also improving the quality of life for the driver. Man, shoot. They got a driver in the seat. Fully autonomous with the driver in the seat. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this one right here, man. Does this get you excited? It damn sure gets me excited. Are you excited about this one right here? Are you intrigued? Right? Do you get excited about hearing labor getting cost? Maybe wages went down. I don't know. But to hear that labor is down 30%, and all while productivity is up, that's a good combination. That's good information to bring to the table. You can bring that to any boardroom, and people will be listening. Yeah, I'm listening. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. China just figured out how to cut driver labor cost by 30%, all while putting autonomous technologies in the truck. And they're saving on fuel. Golly, it's a beautiful day in trucking, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Until next time.